Alrighty. Hello, people in TV land and in all the things. Let me get this going too. Oh my God, there's just so much stuff to do here. All right, we are going to do lymph and I have to turn that down. There we go. Oh my goodness, so much going on. Welcome to SoMATic Matt. SoMATic Matt, or you can't see her, with Cat. With Double Cat. They're really into playing with that role today. So we're going to start with breathing, and then we're going to get into lymph. And hopefully we're going to get into focus at the same time. So inhaling, reach out and up, and exhale. Just shake, easy bounce as you go down. Inhale, open, reach it out and up. And exhale, shake, 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 release, and melt. Easy in your jaw, easy in your neck. Inhale, open, lift, exhale, shake it down, shake it down, shake it down. Let out some sound. Relax your neck and tongue. Let everything just shake a little. So inviting right away your whole system to kind of come online. When we shake and bounce, we can feel gravity immediately, like, oh, every time we go down. We want to imagine that there's also ground force coming back up so that it's this. Our relationship with the earth is more of a rebound than a down and into it. Inhale up, exhale, shake it down. And last one, inhale, lift, and exhale, shake it down. Let's just spiral, giving our diaphragm some movement and our lungs. And we're moving in the horizontal plane so that inhale up before that we started with was really in the vertical plane. Now we're in the horizontal plane. Just letting our body spiral and twist. You could do these twists in a morning routine for like 2 to 5 minutes. Really good for you. And then let's take the arms up overhead. Push out through the heels of your hands and just a little side. Doesn't have to be your biggest stretch, but something that feels good. And starting to pay attention to the relationship of your scapula here on your back into your hands, into your fingertips. Like the scapula are supporting the whole arm. The scapulae, both of them, are supporting your whole arm. We talk in movement analysis about this scapulohumeral rhythm. Humeral scapular rhythm. Now it's scapulohumeral rhythm. It's the rhythm of the movement of this arm in relationship to the scapula. I would like to also add your collarbone into that relationship. So this is like a big area that is helping support the wings of the lung, the wings of the heart, which are your arms. So just tuning into that awareness, maybe giving yourself a little self-touch, finding your collarbones, also known as your clavicle, and your scapula. And as you move your arm, they both should have a lot of freedom. So if I reach down, touch into the back of my scapula, there's a a very harmonious relationship between the movement of my scapula and the movement of my arm. You can try it on the other side, same thing. Scapulohumeral rhythm, the relationship of the movement of the humerus into the scapula. We're not even talking about the fascia, the synovial fluid in the joint, all the different things that are also working with those, the muscles, the deltoids, the pecs, the lats. All that stuff is working in harmony. That's part of the coherence of your body. Rubbing your hands together, we're going to come into the lymph flush. So just getting some energy and relationship in between your hands, creating a little bit of heat. And then taking your left hand to your right in there between your sternocleidomastoid and your collarbone. Relax your neck and tongue, relax your face. Relax your throat. Free up your jaw. And you can also get a little bit into your upper trap if you want to, taking it not just from the front, but into the front and the back. If you're moving or touching yourself, if you're in some kind of relationship with you're feeling what's going on and it feels like, oh, something would feel really good, then do it. Listen into your body. Take it up to the angle behind the jaw, so right in here. So this is a whole lymph flush. that gets the lymphatic fluid flowing through your body. It's a big detoxifier. It's working in relationship with your liver. Body is always working in relationship. Shake it out, shake it out. Switch it right hand to the, left hand to the right upper quadrant here. And again, finding freedom in your neck and jaw. Ugh. Yeah. A lot of times when we inhibit our expression, which most humans kind of have to do to get along a lot of the time, we get a little bit sort of blocked in our throats and our necks and our here in this area. So we're just offering that some movement to help open up and free up whatever hasn't been able to be expressed. And coming up into the angle of the jaw, same thing. Yeah, so sometimes if really working with your own body in relationship is new for you, then things might come up because suddenly, oh, I just touched on something and there's some weird tension, some memory stored in that tissue that now is going to play out and come to the surface of awareness. Coming into your K27 points. Here's your clavicle. It's a couple inches down there, or maybe an inch or 2 inches down. There should be a little indentation. Circling, I've got one finger in each side, circling in there. And I'm freeing up my neck, my jaw, my tongue. Ugh. So I'm adding to this. This is part of this lymph flush is called the Basic Six from Perry Nicholson. He's a chiropractor, pretty amazing guy who's really integrating the way that we look at the body and systems in his work. And then the thymus thump. And also, this is also from the work of Donna Eden, who's an amazing energy medicine person. And you'll be amazed at how often things that you can find in energy medicine, now they know in regular allopathic medicine are also working and true. So there's a lot of shifting in what's happening in reality these days. So let's take our right hand to the left into our pec and lat. I like to kind of grab it and move it around a little bit, but also dig in, not pec and lat, pec and deltoid and armpit. Although if you're moving this here, the chances are that's going to be moving too. That's part of that whole rhythm of that upper quadrant. Freeing it up. You can move your arm around or not. Listen to your own body. Decide what feels right for you. Switch it to the other side. I have now got my left hand on my right side. Getting in there. Ooh, just freeing up the tissue. So as we're moving this, like we are reconfiguring the fluids that are in the tissue, but we're also just giving like our fascia a chance to have some mobility. So mobility is movement. Let's take it down to David Bowie's face. We're going to go, yeah, right around his nose is my xiphoid process. We're just going to take a little pull along the bottom of your rib cage. So give David Bowie the frown. And you can move around in there. So on your right side, that is your liver. Huge organ. It's really big. It's right there under your diaphragm. It's directly working with this. And I need to do my homework. I do a lot of anatomy study, but then I forget. What's in here? Is it your spleen? Is it your pancreas? Your stomach's up here? It's all these things. The liver, I'm certain of. All right, let's go to cisterna chyli. It's a few inches down from your xiphoid process. David Bowie's mouth, or just under it. If everyone's body was actually just a map of David Bowie's face. Shake it out, let it go. And then coming into inguinal fold, just above that, between your point of your hip bone and your pubic bone. Getting in there, big old lymph area. And then shake that out, let it go. Let your body soften up. If you've got tension in your arms, let it go, shake it out. And then taking it behind your knees. So right behind the eye of the knee, circling around in there. Good. And then shake, shake, shake. Bounce, a little jumping if that feels okay. If it doesn't feel okay, just lift up onto your tippy toes and lower. So you're getting some up and down movement. Anti-gravity going up. Oh yes. When was the last time things went up? All right, let's take it down now that we've been up. Up to go down. Yeah, so a lot of that lymph work is mobilizing your tissue, getting your tissue ready to do stuff. Tissue prep, we call it. And let's sit in the cross-legged position. And we're going to work with, this is kind of a balance with mobility and a little bit of flexibility. But mostly it's about mobility, side to side. Side movement, letting your spine from tail to head have this nice side C-shaped curve, sideways and sideways. And then taking it to the side and forward and around. So we're mobilizing the spine, we're mobilizing the arms, mobilizing the body. There's some stretching happening here, but it's not all about just getting deeper and deeper into a stretch. It's more about movement. Mobilizing, finding some freedom in your back body as you circle around and your sides, QL, all the little intrinsic muscles next to your spine. Let's change legs. Non-dominant leg goes in front. Take it down, shifting your spine from side to side. So again, we're mobilizing the spine from your tail to your head. Maybe there's side movement. Maybe there's a little bit of forward back movement as well, making it slightly more three-dimensional. Take it down, soften, sink, let go. Breathe. And then come up. And let's do one more thing here. Two more things here. We're going to flex your feet, internally rotate, drop your head, externally rotate, sit up and open. Exhale. So it's like your whole body's folding in on itself. And then inhale, open, front of the body opening up. Exhale, bringing it in. Inhale, big deep breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. And then we're going to spiral this. Just going to move my camera down slightly. So for the spiral, you're going to have your feet wide, twist, take it down to the floor. Push the floor away, come around to the other side. Yeah, and you can have the arms as big or small as you want. So if your shoulders are feeling good and your arms are feeling supported, go for that big arc up in the top, really reaching out into space. So we're working with, again, that's an anti-gravity move. Anytime like we lift something up, we're working, I know it's not anti-gravity. I'm actually using the language of the behavior panel. When things go up. So for humans, a lot of times when things go up, it's celebration. Sometimes it's protection. Sometimes we're grabbing for something. Arms usually don't go up if you're feeling bad, right? They kind of are going to start dropping. So a way to change your mood can just be to lift your arms, to open up. That takes us up into the space of, I like to call it the space of wonder, but it can also be the space of transcendence, connecting to heaven, looking for inspiration, finding inspiration, all that exciting stuff. Just thinking about how these things land in our feeling in our body, in our nervous system. All right, let's take it down onto our backs. And we're going to just make big circles with our arms. So I just want to think two ways about our rotator cuff. This is the humerus in the joint. It's a ball and socket joint, so it loves kind of circling movements. But we also want to make sure that we are moving from our pecs and our deltoids so that the muscles are opening up. We're not putting too much pressure in the joint. We can think of our arm nestling into it. It's like we want to just be careful when we're radiating out into space that we're not going beyond like joint capacity. We want to stretch our fascia, we want to stretch our muscles, but we don't want the stretch happening so much in the joint so that our tendons and ligaments are going to stay strong. We want the stretching to happen in the like looser fascia and the muscles. So just thinking about that. Exhaling as you go down and inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, inhale. Big arm circles. Inhale, open. So you can make your whole workout also a breathwork session. So we're really filling up those alveoli, those little lung sacs with air. Opening up and letting go on the exhale. Let's just take a break from that for a second. Free up your body, shake things out. We also want to work with these balances of really free flow, letting your body be super childlike and relaxed, so your tissue is really loose and easy and available. And then we have bound flow, which is much more adult and specific, which we're about to go into. So these free flow into bound flow. We're going to circle in the other direction, like we're putting on a shirt. Inhale as we open. Is this the other direction? Exhale, closed. I think it is. Either way, if it's not the same, if it's the same direction again, then it's fine. A little imperfection in our workout. Imperfectionism. Let's go for some imperfectionism. So things cannot be perfect and it's okay. All right, let's open it up into an X and take a heel rock. In the heel rock, we're inviting in fluidity in our tissues. So we're inviting that fluid movement rippling through our body. Relax our tongue. Try to get the whole rib cage, lungs, and gut body to have some freedom. So we're not squishing it in and restricting it, but we're giving it some yummy, flowy mobility. Yeah, free flow, mobile body is going to not get as stagnant and attacky as a sort of bound flow restricted body. We want to see if we can free up our flow as much as possible. All right, we're going to just stretch through our one arm and the opposite leg. So right arm, left leg, or left arm, right leg, find that diagonal, and then switch it to the other one. Just inhale, open, exhale, then find the other diagonal and release. So we're working with this idea of contralateral movement, cross-body movement, just in finding those diagonals and stretching them out. Then we're going to come up, elbow to knee, inhale, open. Exhale, inhale, exhale, reach it out, exhale, inhale, exhale. And just for my people to let you know, I am teaching tomorrow. Tomorrow is Easter 2022. And I'm going to teach a 9:30 a.m. bar burn class if anybody wants to come. Inhale, open, exhale, reach out to me to get the link. And if you're already in my room and you know the link, just show up. And relax, let that go. Take another heel rock, soften, let your head bobble. Bobblehead body. Loose and easy. And then we're going to go straight arm and straight leg. Yeah, I normally teach at the YMCA at 9:30 on Sundays, but they're closed tomorrow. So I'm just going to teach my class anyway on Zoom. I'm definitely not going to be doing it on YouTube. So, and I don't think it'll be uploaded either. And come in, both feet on the floor, pick up your pelvis, circling around, mobilizing your pelvis. So this is mobility again, right? We're mobilizing the pelvis. We're circling it around. As I'm mobilizing my pelvis, my feet are stable, my shoulders are stable, but I'm not gripping anything. I'm just letting my body move, change direction. So much fitness is like, feel the burn, force it, work harder. And it's such a weird, control-y way to work with your body. And I'm not saying don't work harder. Like I do really hard things also, and it's good to be able to do hard things. But sometimes our body doesn't need to be forced into things. And then again, sometimes it does. So I'm not trying to be all judgmental, but try not to objectify your own body. It's not an object. It is you. and your body knows how you feel. So if you're trying to force it into things, because it's not good enough yet, now I need to do this, that's a very violent attitude to have towards yourself. Be friends, be gentle. All right, we're going to do another version. We're going to drop one knee to the side and lift and come back down. Drop the other knee and press up and come down. Drop and lift and lower. Drop and lift and lower. Now, here's an option to take it a little further. You can also take your elbow underneath you, take it into the side stretch and come back down. Drop the elbow, slides under, you come into the side stretch and come down. There are many ways to come into this, but it's nice to get that back bend and some side body work at the same time. Last one. Each side. Yeah, I feel like our chests and hearts need to be opening at a regular basis. Let's take the feet, wiggle around, happy baby. You can roll yourself back and forth if you want to. You can roll side side. We are going to roll side side in a minute, but just let yourself do what you want to do in your baby. It doesn't have to be the same thing as me. My body just really needs to roll right now, so I opted out of the happy baby. And then let's do side side. So you're going to roll onto one side, open it up, roll it onto the other side. If you're feeling a little bit more low energy and you want to be more gentle with this, you can just roll without the opening. Just gently pouring yourself from one side to the other. Working with what feels good in your body. More active or less active. It's interesting that I feel like in our culture we have to actively let go. Like if we don't spend the time thinking about it and giving our body a chance to soften and release, like actively let go of the fist. It doesn't take action, it takes a release, but we need to be aware of that. Anyway, deep thoughts. Hands down by your sides. Coming up. So I went swimming in Lake Ontario yesterday. I don't know what the temperature of the lake was. It was pretty warm up here. It was like 70 degrees outside, but it was 40 degrees at night. So I'm not sure. It was cold, but it wasn't like undoable. It was like pretty nice. And once I got in, the relative heat at the top of the water was so much warmer than underneath. It was kind of amazing. This is all just to say I'm getting really into cold immersion. Shake it all out. And I have to say, I have been doing cold training in my shower, where I just end my shower cold for 1 to 2 minutes, trying just to calm down in that so that my breathing isn't all, but it's easy. I just slow the exhale. I can do the theta breath in there. Internally rotate one leg at a time. So, but a lot of things have happened to my body in this past sort of year and a half where I've been doing regular breath work every morning. In the past almost 4 months, a morning walk every morning, first thing in the morning. Also, like at least 15 minutes of meditation, usually non-dual meditation, like at some point in the morning. I'm just talking about the morning. More can happen throughout the day. And then the cold training. All right, let's do one leg at a time, just a regular old Pilates action. One in, one out. Head can be up or down. You can work on the hamstring stretch or not. Really up to you. Playing with that however it feels good to you. So the things that have happened, and this is not what I was trying to do, is that I have actually lost weight. I always have eaten whatever I want, and I've never really put on a lot of weight, but I've always had a very active life. But I feel like the makeup is really different now. My sleep is way better. There's a lot of things. So Andrew Huberman did a really good podcast on the benefits of cold training recently. So maybe you've heard that one, Linda. And relax, let it go. Drop your head down, turn it from side to side. And the benefits are mental, physical, emotional in a way, because it's really great for dealing with with stress and anxiety, antidepressant. I feel like when you do it out in nature, then it's got the double hit of being amazing and you're connecting to nature. But if you can just do it in your shower, that is going to help too. Press it up. Interlace your hands behind your back. So it also, doing the cold training starts to shift our white fat cells, which are lifting your heels and lowering, which are the fat cells of like stored fat. So like that's your stash for the winter, the stored fat, which most Americans have a lot of. It starts to turn that into beige and brown fat. And beige and brown fat cells are, it sounds bad, right? Brown fat sounds bad, but it's not. It's actually really good stuff. It helps keep you warm. It's part of your metabolism. So like it's engaged in activities, that brown fat, we want it. So when we're doing the cold training, we're giving our body this message, oh, we need to be able to deal with this. We need to be able to get warm more easily. So let's switch some of these cells around so that they can do that work. Hands behind your head. That's my interpretation. You can listen to his very scientific version of it, but our body does the things, will shift to adjust to what we demand of it. So the other thing with the cold training is it increases your dopamine level. People have worked on it with working with populations of people who are addicted to drugs. It's been really helpful. I actually know somebody in Norway who's doing that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Turning from side to side. So the thing with the cold training also, it needs to be deliberate. It needs to be by choice. And the question of how long and how cold is really up to you and your body. And you're like, you don't want to immediately go into, an ice bath for an hour, having done no training in the past. We want to slowly prep our body. Take time. Just start it out with like even 30 seconds of cold at the end of your shower. Make sure you then don't go back to warm because that will subvert some of the benefits if you heat it up again in your shower. So end it with cold, get out of the shower, let your body reheat itself on your own. All right, knees up, twisting from side to side. Yeah, so antidepressant, big thing, anti-inflammatory. And almost all diseases that are, especially autoimmune diseases, are based on inflammation. So when we start to clear up some of that inflammation, our body's going to have the space to get healthier. It's a long sales pitch for cold training. The other thing, bring it in, pick up your butt, shake it out, let it go. Let's roll back and forth again. The other thing is when you deliberately put your body in a stressful situation, like I'm deliberately, and you have control over that stressful situation, so you can get out as fast as you want, you can change it. You're giving your body this training in dealing with stress. So when in real life, stressful situation comes up, your nervous system is more adept at handling that. And an interesting thing, when you do the cold plunge, it releases epinephrine, norepinephrine, which I think are the same as adrenaline and noradrenaline. They just have different names by different people. But it doesn't release any cortisol, and that's a really negative stress hormone. So it's releasing epinephrine, norepinephrine, but not cortisol. So you're getting a chance for your system to work with stress that you have control over. Hugely important. All right, opposite arm to leg. Out, in, out, and change. Contralateral pattern. Another good thing for your nervous system. Out, in, out, out, in, out. And it's the natural thing that humans do. Walking, running, all of our locomotion, crawling, involves this contralateral pattern. All the natural ways that humans locomote. The ones like walking, running, and crawling. Of course, we can do other ways of locomoting, but Those aren't the ones that we sort of grow up learning how to do, unless we're put in dance class or swimming class or skating class. Good. And relax for a second. Bring it in. Just find yourself in your body. Take a couple of deep breaths. Shake out whatever crap you need to let go of. And let's come into this. It's kind of a strength and mobility exercise. We're going to go from forearm plank. One leg is going to go under into a side plank. So coming into our forearm plank, one leg is going to come under. We're going to bring that into a side plank. We bring our elbow back to the floor, step the foot in. Foot comes under, side plank, forearm, bring it in. Foot, shifting your weight, back to the forearm, in. So you can feel we've got this big twist. Then we come into the side. We're twisting, center, twist, open, bring it in, center, twist, open, in, center, twist, open, down, center, twist, open, down, center. Last one. Bring it back in. Let's stay here and just push forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down. Relax. Let your legs fall from side to side. Relax your feet. Relax your toes. Wag your tail. And bring it in. Tops of the feet on the floor. Opposite arm to leg. Inhale up. Exhale. Use your breath. And relax for a second. Head on your hands, curl your toes under. Imagine that you're like a bowl of Jell-O. Push up and down. Let your body be soft and jello-y. Releasing stress, releasing tension. Fluid inner body. And then coming up, we're going to go opposite arm to leg. Huff and puff. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Inhale the whole thing up. Float it around like you're flying. This isn't Superman style flying. I'm not sure who flies like this. If I flew, it would be like this. Taking your hands next to our chest. Arch. Back down. Use your breath. Inhale. Open and lift. Exhale. Take it down. Inhale. If you want to bend your knees, try and touch your toes to your head. If you can. And then take it back into a child's pose and just relax. Drop down. You can shift from side to side. Let it go. Easy body. And take it back. Roll it up. Turning your head from side to side. Relax your neck and jaw. Relax your tongue. All right, let's come onto hands and knees. And one leg out to the side. Move your upper body slightly so that it's right in front of the other knee, the standing knee. Up and down with the leg. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to change it. You're going to go up to the back and then up to the side. Up to the back. 2, 3, 4. Last one. switching over to the other side. So 5 just to the side, then we're going to have 5 in that half circle. Up and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up into the back. And I'm really adjusting my torso. So I move over to the side, then I come back into line. Up and over, up into line, up, over, into line. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Big circles with your butt. So walk your hands out a little further in front of you. Take your knees back. Big circles with your hips. And change direction. Use your breath. And let's curl the toes under. Take it into a downward dog. Bend one knee, bend the other. Breathing into it. Taking one leg up as high as it can go. Hold on, I just got to fix my shirt. We're going to, I'll just show you what it is first. So we're going to do, from your downward dog, 3-legged dog, you're going to fold your knee and bend the other knee and then kick up to the ceiling. So knee bends behind the other knee. Let me show you sideways. Up, fold it in, reach it up. That's it. So inhale, lift, exhale, fold, inhale, lift, exhale, fold, inhale, lift, fold, open up, fold, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, switch it to the other side. 10, going 1, 2, trying to get up higher every time. 3, poke a hole through the sky. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Walk your feet in, stand on your legs. Take your hands off the floor, shift from side to side. Release your spine, relax your neck, relax your head. Bring it into center and roll all the way up. Coming up to the top, we're going to do a couple of things. We are going to do some balance stuff. I'm going to move my mat. So the balance stuff is going to be, first, we're going to stand on one leg. Sol wrote, it must be those Scandinavian roots about the cold plunge. Something about it, maybe it's the Norwegian relatives. Circles, so we're going to circle one leg while we're standing on the other leg. You can balance here, here, here. I mean, if you want to challenge yourself with it, try moving your arms around, right? If you want to work your balance more, if you already have a practice where you're fairly easily balanced, change it to the other side, outward circles. And again, either hold them there or really move. Feel what it is to negotiate the space with arms and legs moving. See, it's easy if I do them so I've got coordinating, opening, and closing. If I try to do it different arms, it can be different. Shake it out, let it go. So this is just a little balance challenge. We're going to change direction, circling from the back to the front. Again, practice doing some different arms. See if you can still make circles with your legs while your arms are doing different things. Yeah, oh, it gets hard if you really go nuts. So this is like a coordination and balance practice. Shake it out. Switch it to the other side, going back and then around to the front. Yeah, if I do the back around to the front with my arms, it makes it fairly easy. But if I try and do something different, then I have to like have these different patterns going on. Challenging the brain. Oops, and I changed my circles as I did that. Yeah, shake it out, let it go. So we're going to do another one where you're going to actually, this is going to be fairly stable, but you're going to mobilize this standing hip. So the circle is happening in your standing leg. My whole pelvis is circling over this hip. Go one way, Change it, go the other way. And then other side, same thing. Let your foot be mobile on the floor too. So you're not like trying to grip up and totally like your foot. You want to have this mobility in your foot. So I'm circling around, whoo, on top, doing whatever I need to with the rest of my limbs to help me balance over my leg. Change direction, go the other way. This whole activity that we're doing is called anti-hip replacement movement or post-hip replacement mobility training, so that we're getting that mobility in there in this very three-dimensional way. Shake it out, let it go. Oh, bounce it around. We're going to do another one. If you are anywhere in TV land and you need an assist for this, something to hold onto, I recommend a cat tower or a chair, the wall, you can hold on to something. Otherwise, we're going to try and just stand on one leg and let the arms and legs move all over the place. So moving around, so you're getting your balance and you're trying to take yourself kind of off center with the movement. Arms, legs, everything balancing on your one foot. If you've got this and you feel like this is a piece of cake, try it with your eyes closed. Woo! That shifts it a lot. You can even try just stillness with your eyes closed. Change it to the other leg. Start with your eyes open. Find the balance. When you feel ready, try closing your eyes. See what happens. Woo! If you have to put your foot down, put your foot down. Make it fun and playful. And relax. Shake it out. Let it go. We're going to do the dimensional cross of axis. Up, down, cross, open, backwards, forwards. Up, down, cross, open, backwards, forwards. If this is new to you, TV land people, just join in. Don't worry if you go the wrong place. It's no big deal. So we're going to take our right hand, place high, place low. We're going to cross, crossing it over, opening it wide, taking it right behind me to the door, and then in front of me toward the camera. Switching to my other side, left side for you guys, up and down, vertical dimension, cross and open, horizontal dimension, backwards and forwards, sagittal dimension. So basically it's the 6 directions, right? If I oriented myself, well, I actually am fairly oriented that that's south, that's east, that's west, that's north, heaven and earth, right? I'm in relationship to those ideas. Let's go with the right hand again. Place high, place low, vertical, side across, side open, horizontal, backwards and forwards, sagittal. Other side. Place high, place low, vertical, side across, side open, horizontal, backwards, and forwards, sagittal. And we're talking about these as if they're specific single dimensions. So my dimension of vertical has 2 directions. It has up and down. My dimension of horizontal has 2 directions, side, side. My dimension of the sagittal has 2 directions, forward and backward. It's like a line. The single spatial pole is the name of the dimension. Vertical, up, down. Horizontal, side, side. Sagittal, forward, backward. Then we have heaven and earth, right? In the vertical, we could say that the horizontal is very much the we, sharing and caring. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. And then the sagittal, moving forward and backward, action and inaction. So you want to sort of maybe build a relationship with those places. Do I need to move forward with this? Do I need to back it up? Do I need to really stand my ground? Boom. Here I am. Do I need to share with my friends? Do I need to check this out? So just bringing that idea in. Let's take it back down to the floor and stretch. Yeah, so space has meaning. And yeah, movement has meaning. It doesn't always mean the same thing, even in anybody's body, but often there are things that we can kind of look at and go, oh, this seems like it's here. I'm sharing information with you. See this position? Sharing information. I am going to share information with you. We're going to move forward. We're going to move backward. We're going to back up on this. Take it down, soften. Just one foot in front of the other. You can put it so that you're not crossed, but one's on the floor in front of the other. Release, surrender, let go. And then come up and change it to the other leg. Kitty! And then come up. And let's open up into a straddle. Feeling in your straddle what feels right to you. So it might be, you might want to elevate your pelvis on a pillow. I know the people in my room are pretty open, so let's side stretch. Just hang out there. You can reach through your heels if you want to get more into it. If I go down far, I can get deeper, but then my butt's going to pop off the floor. So I can either try to keep my sit bone down, or I can just take it more to the side. And I think that there are really benefits actually between moving between those two things. Inhale up, take it to the other side, same thing. Keep your butt connected and then let it lift off. Just see how that shifts the stretch. And then let's come back up, face the first leg, take it down, breathe into it. I'm going to take it into center from there, melting into the floor. And then push the floor away and come up. Turn to face the other leg, take it down. Bring it into center. Surrender, let go. Tell yourself, I'm letting go. Pay attention to what the inner dialogue is. Be friendly with yourself. Become your best friend. Forgive yourself. Be compassionate. And try not to objectify your body and bring it in. Be in partnership with your fabulous, wonderful, miraculous body. You're born on the planet now. So many things you can do with your body. So maybe some gratitude would be on hand. Your body is listening. Whatever you're saying, there's no secret between you and what's going on in your body, how your body's taking in your thoughts. All right, let's actually fold the bottom one under. Either leave it straight or fold it under, entirely up to you. Take it down, surrender, soften. When you encounter resistance, just ask yourself, what's that about? And maybe it's there to protect you, and maybe it's sabotaging you. So listen in. Resistance is a wonderful place to start learning. What am I resisting against? Why? And does it help me to be resistant, or does it hinder me? Trust your own inner wisdom. And then come up and unscramble, bang it out, rotate in and out. And then cross the other leg. And in the trusting your own inner wisdom, listen to mind, heart, and guts. And if one of them is saying no, listen to that also, right? So if one part of those three has a strong no, then there's your answer. And I always feel like maybe is no. Maybe isn't yes. Maybe is no. If in terms of what's going on, like, do I want that dress? Do I not want that dress? If I don't know, then I don't want it. And then come up, unscramble, bang it out, rotate in and out. Slide your heels underneath you and take your knees towards the floor and then your heels towards the floor. So this is a sort of, this is to give these names: the American squat with your heels off the floor, or the Asian squat with your heels down, right? This is a very common position to hang out in Asia, different Asian countries. And if this, for most Americans, that's not possible. So here, we've adapted it. You can let your heels be off the floor, but we want to work towards this. I find also here, if I go here, my heels are off the floor. If I let my head really drop down, like I'm kind of in this egg position, I can keep relaxing tension out of both my lower back and my upper traps. But I have to really actively keep telling myself, let go, breathing into it, let go. If you have knee issues and deep flexion is a problem for you, you can also do this here with your body resting on your legs, knees bent, to do the let go. I don't really recommend it here because that's going to be shifting. I mean, this is a great for different things, but not for the release of what I'm trying to release. Like for the lower back and upper traps, for me, it's right here. Other people, maybe it's here. Maybe for some of you, it's here, but here, not much is happening in that for me. Shake it out. Bend your knees, roll it up. Woo, coming all the way up to the top. Inhale, open the wings of the heart. Exhale, flap the wings of the heart. That's no way that a bird flies, but shake out all your stuff. Shake out, flick out whatever you don't need. Anything that's bumming you out or anything that's like bogging you up. Ha, shake it out, let it go. One more deep inhale, fill up. Ah, easy and loose, soft to come down. And then another one with a really soft, gentle descent. Open, lift, reach up to the heavens, and exhale, coming down, grounding your energy. All right, people in TV land, I had one person watching. Yay, nice to see you. Oh, it's Michael Taft. It's my friend. All right, I am going to